Okay, we are live and okay. Energy, guys. Today's a big final at Lords. England taking on Australia. What happens, Trishadi? Energy, Trishadi. Big final.
Yes. Yes, Rajesh.
Yes, but yes, welcome, guys. Big final at Lords. England taking on Australia. As we said several times already, two deserving teams, two unbeaten teams. The brand of cricket that they have played so far has been fantastic to see. And now it's all eyes on this particular day. Who will be crowned the champions? The
40
champions.
overs.
Yeah, 40 overs. Where I have 40 overs away to see who will be the new T20 World Cup champions. Obviously, New
Currently
Zealand-
inside somebody called Ritu Ora.
yeah,
Ritu Ora.
yeah,
Rita
Ritu
Ora
Ora,
is
Rita Ora
part.
something.
We have no idea who that is. If you
Sorry.
guys have any idea, please let us know.
Absolutely. But excellent crowd. I think we when me and Trishadi are coming,
Yeah.
we are coming, via bus. Because of the crowd, I think some diversion
Yeah.
is happening, around the stadium. So the bus generally where the bus stops, it is now getting stopped a little bit farther, very near, but a little bit farther. So people were asking where should we, drop or something, should get drop or something, but there are so many people, especially old age, female,
Yeah.
who were talking about
Old
this
women,
final.
yeah.
Women were talking about this final, and she was quite a bit, and she
Yeah,
has
there
quite a bit
was a
knowledge.
lady in the bus who said that I don't follow cricket that much. My brother does, but I do follow football. And we thought, okay, she follows football. And she's typically, if you have read Miss Marple, she would be Miss Marple's age. And typically like that, she kept talking about Jude Bellingham
Harry
and Harry Kane. And she was making a lot of sense.
And she likes generally playing tennis. What
Yeah,
was saying.
she likes playing tennis. And in fact, the best part is, again, and this is something that probably we should look at in India as well, the gender distribution in the bus of people coming here, and people being people discussing. There were so many women who were discussing that they're tired of the sports action because they're confused
Yeah,
where to go.
cricket happening,
Should they go
football
to
happening.
Wimbledon? Should they come here for the
F1 is
final?
happening.
F1 is happening, and they're well informed about it.
Yes.
Like the whole bus, they were
That's the
discussing.
main thing, that everyone is well informed and
Yeah.
everyone follows mostly all the games very
Yeah.
ardently.
Yeah.
I think that is the biggest positive point. But Tushadi, home team obviously are jam packed.
Yeah, jam packed over in Lords.
Lords. Yes.
He is overexcited, guys, because see, I understand, we are not tensed. There's no anxiety because India is not playing. Whether Australia wins, England wins, humko kya farak padta hai. In the bigger, sports industry, women's cricket, there's of course different stories to it. Anyway, what we are trying to show is that's a grace gate, and there are two lines, huge lines. Oh, how am I going to show two? Sorry, two lines. One is from the right hand side, one is from the left hand side, and it's a long queue. It will be an absolutely jam packed crowd because all the buses that are coming to Lords are jam packed. I mean, there's no place to breathe, and then here it's all getting empty.
Yes, absolutely. And maximum obviously England jerseys all over the place.
Yeah, I
It is
did not see a
expected.
single Australia jersey.
I didn't see.
I saw two RCB jerseys. I'm not 100% sure in what capacity are RCB people. Oh, Lauren Bell.
Yes, Ellis Perry.
Oh, yes, of course.
Even Sophie Molyneux, she also played for RCB once.
Oh, yes, she did.
2024.
The year they won their first one,
time,
na?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
of course.
And also Wareham. Wareham also played for
So basically, the RCB ones are supporting Australia.
RCB. You never know, because in England also you have Lindsay Smith, you have Lauren Bell. So there are so
Oh,
many
yes,
names.
yes. That's why they have chosen RCB. Abhi
Yes.
India nahi hai, so we go for RCB.
Thoda Indian touch.
Indian touch. I know, man.
But Tushadi, England playing at home, excellent they have been so far in
Yeah.
the tournament. The buzz is quite evident. The home crowd will be superb, will
Yeah.
be behind them. How do you see England? Can England do this time around? Because they have, I must say, pathetic record against Australia in the final when it comes to T20 World Cup final.
What's wrong with you today? First you scream in my ears, then now you are
It's pathetic, no? Three
openly
finals.
saying
Yeah, it's
pathetic
Yeah.
record.
Three finals, they lost every time, right?
But this time they'll win.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my question. What do you think this time around?
But this time it seems like the entire crowd is behind them, and I mean, Australia has to play some 1,000 players. I feel there. England is a little chill. When it's Australia versus any other team, whoever that team
Yeah.
is, somehow they come as underdogs.
Yes.
Whether it's India, whether it's England,
Anyone.
they have been world champions previously. Does
Doesn't
not matter. If you're playing against Australia, that too in a ICC tournament final, you are coming as the underdogs here. So I think England also has Charlotte Edwards, who's extremely experienced and who is the only captain who has won T20 World
yes.
Cup. So
And now as a head coach, she can do that again.
and she has to give somewhat justice to what I have been saying since the day she became coach. I've been saying that this is the pair, and I understand in the ODI World Cup it did not work much. She did not get time to work on her players, did not get time to get the whole combination right, the way she wants, the fitness levels, everything, and she has spoken quite she has been outspoken about that. But I think now this 6 months after the ODI World Cup, she really got the chance to make this her team. And you can see that. You can see that in the way England is playing. They have been unbeatable throughout the tournament. I do feel that this is England's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last time England won a Women's World Cup, it was the 50 over World Cup in 2017.
Yeah.
That too, obviously in England. And that time the coach was Mark Robinson. So we talked with Mark Robinson sir yesterday. So he also mentioned that thing. The fitness levels have improved,
Yeah.
and Charlotte Edwards has worked on it.
No, you can clearly see with someone like Sophie Eccleston.
Yes.
Sophie Eccleston, think of Sophie Eccleston. You and I were there in indoor, right? When they were practicing, both of us, the first thing we
She
said
was sent
was,
back to play domestic games.
and she was unfit. You could see that. Unfit does not always mean injured. Okay.
Okay. No, nice. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, this video. Yes, I've seen. Okay. No. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. So yeah, we are talking about Mark Robinson saying that thing that that Charlotte Edwards has worked with this team.
Yes.
And the fitness has been top
Yes.
notch, and especially he named two players, Danny Gibson and Freya Kemp.
Yeah.
Two absolute athletes who have worked on their fitness, and their inclusion have provided the perfect balance in this England playing 11. I think he mentioned that thing. So yes, Charlotte Edwards has been phenomenal. Now the big day, if the team can do the job, then obviously Charlotte Edwards can win the trophy as a coach as well. But for Australia, Tushari, two ICC tournaments, they got knocked out in the semi-finals.
Who?
Australia.
Oh, no.
And now third time.
I was just reading, sorry to cut you in. I was just reading the super chats. Sarvesh Gaurav. Overall, this T20 World Cup lacked hype because of FIFA World Cup. In your head, sure. In reality, no.
No.
Every single ground, every single match, record crowd have been there. Records have been broken over and over again. So it's a case of these things being there in the mindset of certain people. We have not seen that happen, and I don't think it is going to happen to women's cricket anymore. We were wondering in India, in Guwahati, the way during Durga Puja, the first game of the tournament, the way the crowd had turned up, and then there was no looking back. In fact, there are people who had tweeted, "Oh, there is no crowd because India is not playing." All bullshit, because there was full-on crowd, 21,128 last game.
Even India's Bangladesh game also.
Yes.
Which had no relevance at all. Because India had already qualified. But still people were there. I think 26,000 people were there to witness the girls. So I think the crowd has been phenomenal, be it the 2025 and this World Cup as well. And now it is happening in England. England have qualified. I think it is expected again. A new record is going to be happening.
Yeah, definitely. Look at the amount of people who are walking in, Okay, Freaking Awesome is saying 186 is the highest recorded total and 172 is the highest chase. In Lord's, team batting first have the advantage, but if you drop catches, no statistics will work as you can't defend even a good total. Okay. Actually, but you were asking something. I went into
No, I was asking that for Australia. Two ICC tournaments, they got knocked out in the semi-final.
They will be desperate on their level.
But somehow that despiteness could be a little bit of extra pressure on them.
Yeah,
Can
I absolutely think so. When you're over, like,
overdo or overthink
yeah, when you want something really badly, there are chances that you might mess up. There
fumble.
are chances you might be overthinking this, and you could see that Australia's fielding, especially the catching part in the
Against
last two
India.
games, India, they were horrible. Unfortunately, we could not capitalize on that. But to be fair, I think Australia in the last two games, that is a must-win game against. I mean, for Australia, it wasn't even a must-win game.
Yeah.
But anyway,
West
the
Indies.
India game and the West Indies game also, I thought there were places where Australia's fielding was not up to the mark, which is something very rare as far as Australia is concerned. So I do get it that Australian, even in our conversation with Inakshi, she said this, that England is more. Again, you guys will start trolling England if they lose after that. Oh, they were chill. It's not about being chilled. If both the teams were focused, but one of the teams was really, really, trying to lock themselves in because they kind of want to win the World Cup. And you know what? I think I've said this before, and people have trolled me for this before, that if you practically look at this Australian team, there are quite a few members who might not play the next T20 World Cup. So there's that whole thing. I mean, think of this. Ellis Perry has been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And I do believe she has a lot of cricket left in her. But what about injuries? After a certain age, the injury recovery becomes very difficult. Beth Mooney, she has suffered a fracture. There's a back issue. Once the World Cup is over, how much can she push? How much do you want to push? There are a lot of
Even I will
questions which
mention for the captain as well, Sophie Molyneux.
Sophie Molyneux so far has been injury free, but for how long? How does it from here? Where does Talia McGrath
Megan
go?
Shoot is going to retire.
Megan Shoot had
Yes,
said this
yes.
is her last. So Talia McGrath, where does she go from here? So there are a lot of things, and I'm not talking about anybody retiring per se, but they might. I mean, just because they're your favorites, they're not going to play forever. Because there have been my favorites who have retired and I've cried for the entire day. I've been upset for the entire day, but it is what it is. When Rafa retired, and unfortunately, because we are sports journalists, you're crying at one end and you still got to do your job. So it is what it is.
Yes. Okay. So we'll take the comments.
Yeah. Gitch, whom are you supporting? Soph or Nat? Should Australia drop Kerry and play Grace to strengthen their finishing department? I don't understand the role of Kerry. She just replaced McGrath in fielding, like taken her position. She hasn't batted much. Is this Megan Shoot's last World Cup? Hope she wins it and wraps her career with 8 World Cup titles. All this from Jish. Whom are you supporting? Soph or Nat? We are not supporting anybody. हमको क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है कोई भी जीते हमें क्या
एक
ही
अच्छा मैच हो बस.
exactly. We should have lots of talking points when we come. I don't think any of the teams should drop anybody unless it's an injury factor. You don't want to drop or chop and change teams in the final match. Yes, Megan Shoot before the World Cup had said this is
She
her last
mentioned in a
World Cup.
podcast,
Yeah.
Yes.
Bhanumati Bandhu, why is Talia McGrath Australia vice captain if she's just warming the bench? She's on the verge of winning her 4th World Cup without doing anything. If Perry wins today, she would have won the most number of World Cups ever, like 9. Meg Lanning and Healy have won 8 each.
Oh.
Good on Perry. And as far as Talia McGrath is concerned, एक बात बताओ भानुमति, अगर तुमको बेंच में बिठा के वर्ल्ड कप मिल रहा है तुमको क्या ही प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है? And no, I know Talia McGrath is working hard. We have seen her working hard, but look, that's what it should be. Let's sit. Come. But don't you think that's how it should be? Like, any team should go with their best playing 11. And if somebody does not feature in a best playing 11, then even if they are your vice captain, they have to sit out. I think that is the reason Australia has 7-8 World Cups, because they have been able to, differentiate between best 11 and leadership role as such, or all that, right?
And they know which combination is the best for the team,
Yep.
and they do not hesitate to take that decision.
Correct. Correct.
And for that matter, just like this tournament, if you are
No,
going
they
to
hesitated. They hesitated in the 2025
25,
World Cup
yes,
and they suffered a loss. It's always the same thing, you know. And I think 2025 World Cup they chose Sophie Molino and Eliza Healy a little emotionally. Worked for us, which is fantastic.
yes,
But and not only worked for us, I think you know we played well. Jemmy's played superbly. Um, but overall, every time you're not sure of your best playing 11, you have suffered, whichever team that is.
yes, and see, these two finalists have maintained and have found their playing 11 very early,
Correct,
and they stick
correct.
to with that.
Correct.
So
Only injury has been the reason that they have changed, if they have changed anything at all. Havish Bandhu, Lucy is my favorite bowler. I love her action and hope she plays today and wins her first World Cup. Even Litchfield and Phoebe haven't won till now. Litchfield and Phoebe are the same people. So I understand. Phoebe Litchfield has that effect on people. The way she behaves, she has the energy of two people, but Phoebe and Litchfield are both one person. Gitch, Australia might win a World Cup without playing their best 11. Wall and Mooney shouldn't be their openers as both are accumulators. Wall and Mooney shouldn't be their openers as both are accumulators, and King should play more, but they might as well just prove us wrong like they did with the call go Sophie, and she has been phenomenal. And Sophie Molino versus Sophia Kilston, let's see who performs better. They hold the key for their respective teams. Australia have 9 all-rounders in their 11, and Wall can also bowl and Litchfield can keep. So basically everyone in their team apart from Megan Shute can do two things. They have created that culture, Grisht. It's not like it has happened in a day. Like in the nets, you would see Georgia Wall bowling. You would see, them practicing keeping as well. So all this happens in the practice sessions that they bring to the ground. Next question is for you, Bhanumati. Australia best domestic player Nicola Carey has been called back into the team to just field, which just shows their dominance.
See, I think Nicola Carey performed well in the domestic tournament, in the WBBL, and then also I think in the WPL also.
Yeah.
I think it was her first season in WPL, and she was quite impressive.
Yeah.
Whatever opportunity she got, and I can remember that she also bowled with the new ball for MI, and then took some wickets as well. So I think considering that, I think Tushar, remember I used to talk a lot about Nicola Carey that she should make a comeback for Australia, and and if she plays well, there's a chance that she might play that World Cup as well, because it is going to be happen in England.
Yeah.
So I think she did well enough to convince Nishke to get a chance, and she got that, and she played I think every game of this tournament. And even today also, I think she is going to be there in the
of
There's
course.
no chance of making any changes.
See, there's only one change which was possible till yesterday, till before yesterday's practice, which was somebody in place of Perry, because Perry was injured, but Perry batted and bowled yesterday, so of course she's playing. Riro, hi Trisha here. Since Devjit Saikia is there in Lords, could you ask him if any review of the World Cup campaign is going to be done and any tough decisions going to be taken in our women's team? I'm sure Devjit sir is here, but I'm also sure he won't be there in the press box for me to have a chat with him about this. But look,
I think after the test match, maybe that will go.
Ideally should have happened, but if you have announced the Asian Games team, I'm not 100% sure what are you going to change.
I think not only for change. I think a review should happen to see what went wrong.
Should happen is a different thing. Would happen is a different thing.
Yeah. It will happen or not, that's the question.
Exactly my point. No, review might happen that so and so didn't perform, so and so didn't perform. What after that?
Yes. You're not going to change anything.
You can't. You have
Because
announced your Asian Games squad. Shagni Bhattacharya, how do you rate Sophie as the captain? The fact that everyone was a little skeptical about the decision. Shagnik, this is what we have said. Is this Shagnik your Shagnik?
Yeah.
Okay. Shagnik, I think Snehashish and I both have been very, very open about
Fitness.
the issue that we had with Sophie Molyneux becoming the all-format captain, and the issue being her fitness. It is not whether she's a good captain or a bad captain, because as far as I know, for Renegades, she turned out to be a very, very good recruitment in the leadership role. But That's not the point here. The point is how long can she be fit? Yes,
And
she has
still,
been.
it is a constant.
That's what I'm saying. She has been fit throughout the World Cup. Come next series, will she be fit? How many World Cups will she be fit for? So there are so many questions when you say that someone is a all format captain.
And Sophie Molino cannot be a long-term
Yeah.
solution. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah. But her captaincy has been top notch, Shagnik. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Gitch, as an RCB fan, want RCB to win because of Sophie Molino as she won in the first trophy. Bah. Anjali, hi Trishadi. Does Indian team start practicing for test match? They have already started. They've already practiced
2
for
days.
2 days. Yeah. Denver Johnson, if England wins the toss, they should bat first. If they can score 170, 180, Australia will be under huge pressure. And with the bowling attack England has, Australia can falter and lose wickets. Completely agree with you. What about you?
Absolutely. See, I think for England, the bowling unit is the biggest strength for them.
Yeah.
I think as a unit, they have clicked together. Be it Lauren Bale and the spin especially, Sophia Eccleston, Charlie Dean, and also Lindsay Smith, especially with the new ball in the power play. I think
Yeah.
she has been brilliant. So I think for me, the battle is the bowling unit, the spinners mainly, the
Yeah.
spin unit of England versus the middle order of Australia. I think more than the top or the middle order of Australia. Perry, in from Ashley Gardner coming into this final, and Georgia Wareham. I think this will be crucial for Australia in the middle order, and then the battle is against the England spinners in the middle order. So I think that will be crucial to decide the game.
Bhavna, I'm ready. Trisha ma'am, will you be reviewing the teams in the 100 women's competition? We will be reviewing the teams. But first, let me tell you, from day after tomorrow, we will review the 12 teams and their performance in this T20 World Cup, 2 teams a day. There will be videos and pieces of the same. And of course, the other build-up will be the Indian women's test match. Once that is done, we will be doing the 100.
Yes.
Shagni Bhattacharya, what does it sound? Why does it sound like both of you from inside want England to win? Because you are supporting Australia, no? So we want India to win, England to win. See, it's India. It's India in our head. No, it's not like we want England to win. As I said, there's nothing at stake. Like, we don't care if Australia wins. We don't care if England wins. It just seems like the body language, the confidence, the way the players are going about their business. You get that gut feeling, no, Shagni? That gut feeling is saying it's England. Bhavna M. Reddy, does Sri Charni have a chance of being picked as a wild card in Wimbledon? No, I know what you're talking about. She had an outstanding women's T20 World Cup, finishing as the tournament highest wicket taker. It is so interesting that she finished as the tournament highest wicket taker, but I don't see her in player of the tournament list. I see batter in the player of the tournament list. And this is why I have a problem as a bowler. Against all odds in T20 cricket, a bowler and a young bowler at that,
And a
picking up,
spinner.
and a spinner at
England.
that in England, picking up that many wickets. You do not even have her in the nomination. I'm
Playing
not
her
even
first T20 World Cup.
Yes, I'm not even asking you to give it to her, but at least you should have her in the nomination. It's very, very unfortunate and sad, to be honest. But
She's number one ranked T20 World Cup.
yes, absolutely. I'm not saying that you need to check on the number one fact, but the truth is she has given you stats enough for you to, follow that. Anyway. Shagnik, yes, one of the best Women World Cup to be hosted. England versus New Zealand group match was spectacular. I think all of them, all of the matches, whether the matches went close to the last ball or not is very different. Though, by the way, Shagnik, I kind of agree with you. Even cricket-wise, this has been the closest contested Women's T20 World Cup.
I think Associated Nations played very well.
Yes,
They
absolutely.
looked very impressive.
Yeah. Visdeep, it looks like Aussies are going to win. It is looking very tough for England to beat them. A winning streak is going to come to an end. I just hope it is a close match today. Excellent analysis. Visdeep, thank you so much. But I'll tell you what. You know why you guys are saying that Australia is going to win? Because that is how ruthless Australia is. If they're in the finals, they're going to bulldoze any other opponent, which is where I feel this England team is very, very different. I can be proved completely wrong when I come for the post show. We might have a good laugh about me being wrong, but I don't know. There's this gut feeling which tells me that I'm not going to be
Big
wrong.
records are in stakes, right?
Yeah.
Australia have never lost to England in a women's T20 World Cup final. Few times they win.
Yeah.
And for England women, they have never lost a home World Cup final, be it 50 over or 20 over in England.
Somebody is walking with a chappal in their hand. They've been walking for so long. That's how the crowd is, guys. Aniruddha Datta, it's England's cup to lose. Was it the Indian diaspora that brought the crowds to the grounds this time? How is the India A women team doing? There is hardly any updates on their games. Lord's Test coming. I agree with the first sentence. I feel it's England's cup to lose from here. Was it the Indian diaspora that brought the
In
crowds?
Indian games, yes.
Yeah, in Indian games, yes.
Yes.
But other games, no.
I think
Last
England games, they were fantastic.
in Indian games, England were there, but also South Africa had
Yes,
huge support. Australia had huge support. No, guys, in general, I think there have been a lot of people who have traveled here for the games. They are watching the men's game, the women's game, the Commonwealth. We were listening in the bus only
Glasgow.
that they're there for the Commonwealth games. Sorry. India A lost the T20 series.
But won that.
They won the ODI series. Yeah, we did think about doing shows, but there's too much going on. For us also, it's a little difficult to handle. But yeah, Lord's Test coming. Yes, we are literally waiting for today's match to get over because for us, I think from 28th to 5th has been a tough time with our team not being there. Denver Johnson, thank you for the super chat. It's an Aussie win today, but I hope I'm wrong. Shagnik doesn't hope you're wrong because Shagnik is saying this one for Perry and Mooney, please. Okay, Aniruddha Datta, the third and fourth semi-finalist is already about which team wins that one clutch game. South Africa and West Indies won, and India and New Zealand didn't. New Zealand had an aged team. No, there were only 3 people who were aged. Sri Lanka was quite close. Then they thought to make
Yeah,
semis.
Sri Lanka performed well.
Yeah. Gitch, Talia Megra will stay. Australia won't leave her. And now with Shoot retiring, I don't think they will drop her. शूट की जगह तालिया मैग्रा को कैसे खिलाएंगे यार गिट्स सृष्टि सिंह इंडिया नहीं तो वाइब नहीं आ रही क्या कर दिया राधा ए डोंट ब्लेम राधा अलोन
It was
none of the
efforts.
players performed please don't blame one player alone SG Genius Aussies winning one-sided tonight whoa
It will not be that easy.
You know
That
what?
is for sure.
It can be this game can go anyway but it is not going to be one-sided that's
No
for
way.
sure सुश्री दिस हैज टू बी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट बोरिंग कैंपेन मजा नहीं आ रहा है इंडिया को कोटा सिस्टम में सेमी में एक्सपोर्ट दे देना चाहिए फिर तुम ये बोल रहे हो कि इंडिया इतनी अच्छी टीम है नहीं कि खुद से बना सके जगह वाह बेटा वाह
फिर एलेक्स हैडली और पॉडकास्ट में फिर बोल रहे हैं
नहीं बट देन दे आर गोइंग टू बी राइट इफ
Yes.
यू आर सेइंग कि कोटा में डाल देना चाहिए एंड इनफैक्ट तुमको मजा नहीं आ रहा है यहाँ पे तो लोगों को मजा आ रहा है सी देयर आर ऑस्ट्रेलियन क्राउड्स वी आर सीइंग इंग्लैंड क्राउड्स गोइंग ऑन
Maybe little friends will be there.
Yes, Phoebe's
Again.
friends will be there. As Genius just drop catches in semis in 2025 cost Australia the game, nothing else. I agree.
Yes.
Bhavna M. Reddy, Trisha ma'am, what are your thoughts on the retired out tactic? Do you think it's disrespectful to the player or is it simply part of the game and a tactical move to help the team win? They can also affect a player's confidence and morale. No, I don't think so. You know, as a batter, you already know that today is not my day. And you also know that in T20s, if it's not your day, retiring you out is not the big deal. You know where the disrespect part starts? It does not start when the team retires you out because ultimately every player is playing for the team and not for themselves. The disrespect starts when social media then starts calling you names, then starts talking about. Because I've seen previously in the last 2 days, social media has been talking about 2 former cricketers and their strike rates. I mean, buffoons, guys. You guys are buffoons. At that time, you did not even have a proper ground. The ball bounced ankle height. What strike rate are you guys talking about? You have no idea how women's cricket was played. You have no idea how the former women cricketers actually survived and still played the game on so that today we are here. So for you guys to actually call their strike rate out and talk crap about them, should be ashamed of yourselves. Honestly, should be ashamed of yourselves. Being fans is fine. You are a Smriti Mandana fan. You are a Harmanpreet fan. You are a Jemima fan. You are a Sri Charni fan. You can be anybody's fan. But remember, all these names that you're taking are here because those former players, without money, without recognition, without infrastructure, without any sort of backing, gave it their all. They played for passion. You can hear even play for just passion and you don't have to play for passion. You still have a career here. They didn't. Their career was so much under shadow. So when you make fun of them, just tell yourself, are you leading that sadder life that you have to make fun of people who made this game and who helped them reach where it is today? And people who make fun of Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami, you guys don't even deserve to be part of the women's cricket fandom, to be honest. Okay, your turn. I am work in progress. Do you think India should try to follow similar approach like Australia and develop all rounders in team and on bench?
You cannot develop all-rounders. I think all-rounders. I think the talent should be there in a player.
Yeah,
You have to find out whether
yeah.
you have those kind of players or not.
Find out and then groom.
Yes, then groom. Yes. When it comes to seam bowling all-rounders, India are lacking. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
Maybe spin bowling all-rounders, there are so many.
yeah.
You can groom them, but still, I think in this team, more than the spin bowling all-rounders, you need seam bowling all-rounders.
I think for seam bowling or for team like for India to groom seam bowling all rounders, we need to first have the domestic pitches sorted out.
Yes.
And you and I have been talking about this over and over again. That yeah, just give us some time. Yeah, seam bowling all rounder. What was I saying?
That pitches need to be changed.
Yeah, the pitches need to be changed. Seam bowling all rounders. We see that generally, in domestic matches, power play overs or with the new ball, spinners are bowling. When you get the pitches good enough for pacers to come and bowl those 5, 5, 10 overs at least, or 4, 5, 9 overs, whatever, the first initial burst from pacers. When we can do that, we can automatically get a few more players to groom. Those conditions have to be there, and I think, say for example, the initiatives like WPL Speed Queens is definitely going to help. I think BCCI under Jaisha and BCCI now has been doing a lot for women's cricket. I'm not saying that they have won every battle. I think there's tons of things to be done.
Yes.
But also the truth is, they have been doing a lot. By the way, the toss has been done. The team update is here. Okay, so
Australia women have won the toss and they opted to bowl first.
yeah, expected.
But there's a change in the team.
Why has okay? Somebody has randomly written that Alice Capsey is England's captain. Why is Alice?
Actually, went heads across for the toss.
But then they have written Alice Capsey is England captain.
I think
For a second, I thought, what happened there? Okay, no change from the semi-final team for England. I'll read.
It's Rita Ora.
Huh?
It's Rita Ora.
Rita Ora.
Yeah.
What does Rita Ora does?
That singer.
I don't know.
We were thinking, na, Ritu or Rita. I just mentioned that. It's Rita Ora.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Name.
No, I have never heard her singing also. No, it is my fault, not her.
Our
of
fault.
course. Yeah, our fault. But
Yes.
I'm just saying. Anyway, the team remains same. Both the teams are same as the semi-final teams as expected. But we'll still read it out. Danny White-Hodge, Amy Jones, Natsiver Brandt, Alice Capsey, Heather Knight, Freya Kemp, Daniel Gibson, Charlie Dean, Sophie Eccleston, Lindsay Smith, Lauren Bell, and Australia is Beth Mooney, Georgia Wall, Phoebe Litchfield, Ellis Perry, Ash Gardner, Georgia Wareham, Annabelle Sutherland, Nicola Carey, Sophie Molyneux, Kim Garth, and Lucy Hamilton. It was expected that the team was not going to change.
Yeah, Sophie Molyneux has said there has been a lot of discussion and I don't think the pitch will change. We have no changes. Perry pulled up well in the training. Special day, the girls got a couple of days off.
Yeah, they were making a lot of coffee and a lot of reels.
And it is the same pitch that was used in the England versus West Indies match. It's a used pitch.
It's a used pitch.
It has a bit of a grass and dry grass mix, and you can see this is not the high scoring pitch. But the fact is that if you get in, you can score a decent amount of runs.
Yep.
And spinners definitely will be clear. There's no doubt about that.
Aniruddha Datta with
Good toss to win for Australia. Because Mark Robinson sir also mentioned that if Australia win the toss, they will fancy batting second.
Yeah, Australia is a chasing side. I think it's good for England actually. They did not win the toss. Had they won the toss, you never know, they would have gone for chasing. But I think it's ideal for England if they bat
Go out
first.
there, bat first.
Yeah. I think Denver or freaking awesome, one of them, Denver, I think said, England should bat first, put up a score, and then put pressure on
Try to
Australia.
defend at all.
And I completely agree with Denver because I think England has the bowling to put pressure on Australia. But if they score anything less than 180, then there's no question of any sort of pressure.
Minimum 170, minimum.
170, 180.
Yes.
Aniruddha Datta, with the form that England will be carrying, the one-off test with India will be a cakewalk for them. What do you see as India's pacers for the test match? Hope India women don't take the match lightly. They have not taken any match
No.
lightly. They might have dropped
Why would
catches.
any
They
team
might,
will take
yeah. I
any match like?
mean, for a second, let's forget about passion, love for cricket, everything else. You realize, right? The more they play, the higher the level they play in a World Cup, the more money they get. So even if we forget about passion, likeness, this, that, there is a money factor as well. Who doesn't want to win the World Cup? Not only for the trophy, not only for the passion, but also for the money. Let's face it, it's a career now. And when you say it's a career now, there is serious money involved, and you would want that money. So I don't think anybody takes anything lightly. You know, for example, I'll tell you, monetary wise, also I'll tell you that if you play 2 days, you get 2 days match fees. If you play 4 days, you get 4 days match fee. So you're not going to take anything lightly. Of course, as cricketers, they won't take anything lightly. But I'm saying, say, for example, you want to say that, okay, they're human beings, they're sad, they're taking something lightly, or whatever you want to talk about. But you also think there's the other part, right? Okay, sports fan. This is a good question, actually. Snehashi, Trisha, have England really improved, or is it just home conditions?
I think they have improved. Obviously, home conditions have helped them, and I think any team playing at home condition definitely that is an added boost for them. The home crowd as well have been fantastic, but I think as a team, the fitness levels have improved. Someone like Danny Gibson, Freya Kemp have been brilliant with their all-round brilliance, and I think the form of someone like Danny Whitehorse. The way this veteran batter, someone like Danny Whitehorse, the captain Natshiba Brand, in whatever games that she played, Hidden Knight doing the job for them. I think they have been brilliant, and more than everything, as I'm mentioning it several times, the bowling unit, as a unit, they have clicked and they have been brilliant. So I think you just cannot say that just because they're playing at home, that is why they're winning the games. That is not the case. I think as a unit they have performed, and their fitness level is showing a bit higher level than any other team, and that has helped them a lot so far in this tournament.
Absolutely. Just give me 1 second. Oh, okay. Guys, wait. इतने comment मत करो कि हम comment में खो जाए. ICT big fan. Hello, Trishta ma'am. Hello. Any update on Boria sir? What happened to Boria? Boryada is right now doing shadow practice.
Yeah, fit and fine, available for the ODI series.
Yeah, he'll be available for the men's ODI series. He had a missing family
there is no
injury.
Subject to fitness.
Yeah, no, he had a missing family injury. He went back, did the rehab, met his family, and now he is going to
Fit
be fit and fine and available for the men's ODI series. Okay, is when he come to England, yeah, he'll come on the 12th or 13th. Yeah, for the ODI series. He'll join the team for the ODI series, and my man here will go back.
Yes. Impact South.
Yeah, Impact South. And then for Commonwealth Games, another one is coming, Rohan Chaudhary. I am the only one who apparently is not going back anywhere. SG Genius. Perry is going to be player of the match. Let her be player of the tournament. Yes. I think she deserves that.
I think if she becomes the player of the match today, there's no doubt that she is the player of the tournament.
Yes. Yeah.
7 games, 4 player of the match performance. Yeah. What else do you need?
Okay. Relangi Mavaya. Only Natalie Silver and Freya Kemp can save England. They could put pressure on the other players. Other players, मतलब खुद के ही other players बोल रहे हो?
Other players, Australian players.
Okay. Denver Johnson, thank you for the super chat again. Off topic, Priya Punia deserves call to ODI and tests. किसकी जगह? When you say deserves a call up, you always should come up with the other sentence, which is in place of whom are you suggesting the call up?
ABC player.
Yeah.
But see again, I think after just one series, if she batted well, I think this needs to be stopped. That
I completely
people need to come to this, after that one knock or maybe 2 knocks, come to conversation. Yeah, she is ready. Just give her again a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Let's wait. Let's her play 5, 6, 7, 8 innings. Let her score. If she scored, that is good now. Another option for India. That is good for everyone. But cannot just stop. Come to a conclusion just after 1 or 2 knocks. I think it's high time to do that. I think that will eventually help the team as well.
Right, guys. We need to go inside.
Yeah.
We have to walk a long way, and nobody's coming to help us. Um, we'll take. My God, how many questions have you guys asked?
Last three questions.
Yeah, last three.
3 minutes, three questions.
Done. Okay, Altamashan Shari. Okay, supporting Australia because of Phoebe Litchfield, Perry Gardner.
Nice.
Rajiv Nathan, no, Australia won the World Cup. My Perry will lift the trophy. My Perry. Okay.
Nice.
DQS5T3. I तुम लोगों के यूजर नेम पढ़ने में ही 3 मिनट चले जाते हैं. England has NRR less than Australia, but
Yeah, Australia were playing the semi-final just like that only.
no, you have to listen to the next comment also.
Okay.
Anyway, less than Australia, but I hope England wins.
Okay.
Now listen to the next comment. Harshadak Shalkaria something is the name. Sorry, Harshad Akal. Okay.
Sorry.
Harshad. I hope both teams lose.
So what will win? Who will win the trophy? Then?
Cricket. Cricket wins. They are Minachi Murugan. Okay. 12 years of international cricket. 0-15 ICC knockout game. Still fans hype Mandana. Smriti is good player, not a great player. Because great players perform big games because of looks. Smriti hyped. Okay, but there are people who have scored in the knockout, but they have still not won, and India has still not won the knockout, and those players are also hyped. Mandana is hyped by whom? By you guys only. No one else is hyping her. We call the game as it is. Okay, I am work in progress. Do you think that the T20 World Cup should be played like ODI? No. Format. Where each team plays each other once. This removes advantage of weak group, and then you are complete world champions by defeating all. I agree with that system. I am someone who actually prefers the round robin system.
Not bad, because then you play against all the teams, right?
Yeah.
I think that quite balance out everything between all the teams.
Indian team is Gish is saying Indian team isn't they good? I think we are the only team to win World Cup with poor bowling attack in 2025. Only Deepti and Charni did well. Aniruddha Datta, Glasgow Commonwealth has just 10 sport. No cricket, hockey, shooting, only athletics there. But India will concentrate of doing well in Asia than in Commonwealth Games. Okay. Minachi Murugan, Shafali better bowler than Radha. Radha not a bowler. She is a ball thrower like bowling machine. Minachi Murugan, why women's cricket not in Commonwealth Games? Men's cricket is also not there in Commonwealth Games. Basically, the entire sport is not there. It's there in Asian Games. Shagnik has screamed that Australia has won the toss and elected to bowl. What do you think on that? Australia is doing what their strength is. I am work in progress. Do you think the boundaries in Indian ground should be increased as the boundaries are bigger in England, Australia, South Africa, and New Zealand? Absolutely. I think absolutely. That is where you will push them. Yes. That is where you will push them to run between the wickets.
Especially in WP.
Yes. SG Genius, England gonna score between 150 to 160. Australia gonna chase it easily. If it's 150 to 160, then obviously Australia will. Yeah. Bhavna Reddy, can we see Mithali Raj take over as the head coach of the Indian women's cricket team, just as Charlotte Edwards has done for England? Let me tell you the answer. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the answer.
Next question, please.
Yeah. Look, I think she's giving back to the game as an administrator, and she is doing a very good job of that. I think, instead of bringing her as the coach, why don't you bring her as the director of women's cricket, and maybe talk about the structural changes, because she as a player and someone as experienced as that, for 20 years she has been, she has been there as a player. Now she's working as an administrator. I think that is where you can utilize her the most, because she has a lot of leadership qualities. Make a fresh group, get her to be the director of cricket, or in those those capacities. BCCI should look to involve her, or why not ICC even? I would want BCCI to do that, because I want Indian cricket to grow, of course, and that is where she can probably put in her inputs more about how to groom the players. Wow, what a car!
And already Andhra cricket are getting the results.
I mean, Churni came into the Indian team.
Yeah.
See, this is the point. No, because she does not take credit. A lot of people does not talk about this.
And
It is Sri
and
Churni.
even Tushar, not only the individual perspective, Charan. I think as a team in every age group,
And
they are
we
doing
were
well.
there.
Yes.
We spoke to a lot of girls
Yeah,
in Vizag.
they are only winning or
Yeah.
maybe at least playing the semi-final final at least.
No, and even
The
Snehashish
consistency is there.
talk about how the girls felt motivated just because she came and
Yes,
said,
yes.
you know what, we are there for you guys. Anything you
Early
need, you can
morning,
approach us. Yeah.
You know, in the finals.
Yes.
And she, we have seen, she is attending those camps.
She attends camps, and then she was there in Kolkata for the final. She was there in wherever, Andhra place. She goes there. She talks to them. It's been brilliant, and I think if you have someone like that, if you have a mind like that, you should utilize that in administration, because I do think that
And-
women's trade is now on the upward growth.
Absolutely. And as a young under 15, under 16, under
Yeah.
17 girl in a final, that might be your first final in
Yeah.
your career.
Yeah.
And you were seeing in the morning someone like Mithal Raj coming and
Yeah.
giving you a pat and saying, just go out there, play your best. We are
Yeah.
there to help you at all. I think that is all you need.
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
think it has been brilliant. So
Absolutely. Sports fan, could Australia have played Alana King? No, you should not change your playing 11 in the final.
yes. Two top teams,
Yeah.
top selections.
Shagnik, I disagree a little. I think 170 to 175 will be a very good score. Used pitch and the pressure final with England's bowling. I think today 170 to 175 would be a good score. Okay. Okay, let's see. Australia women's Dhanush is saying Australia women's team in World Cup is like Bayern Munich in Bundesliga. They keep on winning it. Yes. Okay, there are 3-4 comments left. I will pick it up. I will take them. Anirudh Datta, England has given definite roles to their players. There are bowlers for matchups, hitters at each state. As a unit, they're clicking with great fitness. Hope India creates a pool of T20 hitters.
Yeah.
Adi OC2HD, you guys are doing a great coverage. Thank you so much. Relangi Mavaya, what is your favorite innings in this World Cup? Mine is Shemaine Campbell against New Zealand. Oh, wow.
For me, I think the Nat Shiva Brand won in the semi-final.
Yes.
It was
I
good.
think Mooney in semi-final.
Dhoni, yeah. I think Mason Cap against us. I know it's second, but definitely Shiva.
Yeah, Marizan Cap against us. I don't mind. But it was not a clean inning.
Yes. So in terms of that, I think Nat Shiva Brand and the Mooney
Yeah.
won.
Yeah. Sports fan, good example, but then prove your coaching credentials just like Charlotte in franchisee cricket. Who are you talking about? Who needs to prove what? I don't think see, that's a huge problem. If you are saying that Mithali Raj has to prove her credentials, then I think Amon Mazumdar should have proved his credentials, before taking up the Indian women's team assignment, because I don't think he has worked with women's team before that. So when you're asking women cricketers, you should ask every other coach as well. Sports fan. So last question or comment. I'm work in progress. Indian pitches should not be made very batting friendly, as it does not help players, because pitches outside India are not roads. Absolutely. I think it should be a balanced pitch, bigger boundaries, and I'm sure there's a lot of hope in the future.
Yes, absolutely. So well
Let's
done.
close the show, yeah.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining in for all the lovely questions. And definitely a big final. Let's see. May the best team wins, right?
Yeah.
Two deserving teams, there is no doubt about that. We just can hope a fantastic game to watch.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you never know, a last ball thriller maybe at last.
Super over.
Oh my God. Because India not playing, so you're expecting.
Yeah, exactly. We don't care. We are like 3 super over karwa do. Humko kya
If
hua?
India would have been there, we would have,
We would have said,
expected
bhai, one-sided.
game.
One-sided, let us win, because we don't want to take the tension. But just because India is not playing and
Let
we
us
are not
enjoy.
tensed, yeah, we are like, kar lo.
Joke
Super over mein super over.
Yes, but let's hope a good game is waiting for us, and hopefully, and please join us in the post-match live show. Till then, take care and enjoy the game. Thank you.